Hi, my name is Osahon, your instructor today. We are going to be looking at a special lab called Route 53. So, domain name registration and domain name system. So, in this lab, we are going to be using a hosting zone, which will be a private hosting zone. So, you can make it public, have your own domain name across the internet, which is a customized domain name. But in this lab, for the purpose of this training, we are going to do a private domain name. So first, we are going to create instances for the connection because it's internal. I'll go to my EC2. I'll launch an instance. And I click on an instance, launch an instance. Now I'm going to create two servers from this particular template. I'm going to use the Red Hat as our operating system or the Amazon machine image. The instance type that describes the intensity on the load, I'm going to use as T2 micro. I'm going to create a new key. I can use it as arrow Route53. Just a new key, click on create. I'll be running down to my network, click on network. I can use the default, so I have the default network here. I'll choose the availability zone. Any zone is fine. I'm going to use the AZ1A for the purpose of this training. I have to move down to my firewall/security group. I can use an existing security group. All I need to do is to choose the Linux, okay, or I can just create a new. So for the purpose of this and for the purpose of those who have not actually understand the way of creating security group, I'm going to do something here. I can use it as Route 53. That is my security group. I'll come down, I'll be adding, by default we have the inbound rule as SSH with a port of 22. I'm going to add another rule which is HTTP, and that is 80. The port range is 80. Under the source type, I'm going to choose on anywhere. I'll also like to include the HTTPS. So the HTTPS is a secured public interface across the internet, which is 443 port range. I'm going to select anywhere. I'll simply move to my advanced details. Under the advanced details, I'm going to straight down to user data. I'm going to paste the scripts on this particular session. So I'll be pasting the script here. Now I need two instances. So under the summary, I'm going to put two instances. I'll click on launch. You can see there are two instances created. You can see the instance ID. I'll click on instance. So we can see both of the instances they are running, but the head status is showing as initializing. So we give it 3 minutes. Okay, this status should change to pass, 2 of 2 pass. So now the head check is showing us 2 of 2 passed. So we have the name as similar name. We can edit and amend. So I'll have to amend the second name to be server 2. So we have server 1, server 2. At this point, we are done with the instance. The next thing, I would like us to replicate this tab. And now we are going directly to the Route 53. So you search for the Route 53 in AWS console, which is one of the services. We come straight to the top left and select our hosting zone. We create a new host zone. We give it a name of our choice. So I'm going to give it a name. So this is the name I'm giving it. Description, you can give it a name of your choice. Description, demo. I'm going to select a private. I'm not going across the internet, so I'm using it internally. Private. Now I'll have to select the region where my instance is located. I'm going to check for that again, just to be double sure it is in Tokyo. So I have to be careful here and put Tokyo. And now underneath Tokyo, I'm going to use the resource, which is the VPC or network I have, which is default. That is the VPC I used. I'll click on create host zone. That is all. Now I have to click on create records. So I'm going to create 2 records because I have 2 instances. So the first one, I'll put a name to the record. I'll put it as server 1. I'll go to the instance 1 and pick on the IP, the private IP here, because it's all private. I'll paste it here. The number of seconds, let me take 60 seconds. That's my TTL. The same thing I'll do to the second. I'll give it as server 2. I'll go back to my instance to server 2. I'll pick on my private IP, put it here, and now I'm going to change the TTL as 60 as well. And I'll come down and click on create. At this point, we have successfully created our Route 53, gave it a domain name, which you can see here. So now I'll be running a test of what I've done. The connection has been done perfectly fine. So I'll go to my local PowerShare, which will be my test environment, to confirm what I've just done. First thing, I'm going to put cd downloads. So with this, I'll type in ls. This is just some scripts to run your PowerShare. So it gives me every single information on my download. So at this point, I can start my connection. I'll come to the instance. This is just to confirm that the key that was downloaded is recognized. Okay, we can see the key. Let me see all the keys I have here. So this all my download files. So you can see the key we used. It's already here. So that is the essence of the command cd downloads. So the next thing, I have to connect it with my instance. So I'll come to my instance. I'll come to my server 1 or 2, but I'm going to use 2, connect 2 first. I come to connect, come to the SSH client. Underneath, I'm going to copy this, which is the example here. This is the SSH command line that I'm using from the second server. I'm going to my PowerShare. Go to my PowerShare. I'll paste it here. I'll click on enter. I'll click on yes. At this point now, I'm going to copy my domain name, okay, and the script number, just to be very sure that everything worked perfectly fine. So I'll come to the Route53. I can use the first, which is this. I can just copy it directly from here. I'll go to our power share. I can go with the HTTP semicolon / I'll have to paste the domain name, which is Grace1. I'll click on enter. So you can see carefully that it is running. So it's showing that this domain name has been accepted internally, and you can see compute internal is running in APSS1. So this is a test that everything is working perfectly fine. We can run the same for the second as well, okay, to confirm the second if it is working as it should be based on the connection we have done. So I will launch another, still the same pathway and process, and I'll go with my first command, st download, click on enter, ls, enter. So I'll go to the instance and then get my scripts from the instance. I'm going now to test the instance 1 as well. We did instance 2. Come to instance 1. I'll click on connect. I'll copy this, go to my PowerShare and paste it there. So I'll paste it and I'll click on enter. I'll click on yes. The same process. That is fine. I'll click on write my script / I'll go to the Route53, click on the second. I'll copy the record name. I'll go to my PowerShare and paste it. So with this, I'll click on enter. That is the end of the whole process. So once again, thank you for your time. It's pretty much simple. The connection is direct, and I would love you join me in my next session on a different topic entirely. Thanks, and see you later.